Sure.
Okay, Shalom Aleichem. This is
Shalom Aleichem. How are you doing?
yeah, doing well. This is a podcast just to inform our listeners and fans of a little bit of the background. I'm getting a lot of questions like why Shir Chabad? What is so special about it? So I'll have you, Yaron, begin with that.
Mm. What's so special about it is our connection is special, you and me, and there is always a special thing about performing music or getting reacquainted with certain music and certain message in the music. The bsora or the message that the music and the words transmit to us. So no song was ever performed only once. Every song that we know, most of the songs are performed again and again, and then you would say, why do it again? It was done before. Well, it was done before by somebody else with another DNA composite and another feeling and another understanding, or you like the music so much that you want to offer it to the audience through your
Your
uh,
lens or your brain.
perception and understanding and interpretation.
Yeah, and I
So I still think music is going to be a lot of love, and there's going to be a big sound of a symphonic orchestra that is going to enhance with all the colors that it offers, all the dimensions and all the colors and all the nooks and crannies of the music and of the song and of the message that it wants to give.
yeah, and I'm kind of looking for songs that have never been properly arranged before. So this is like a whole freshness to it. This is in addition to what you just
Yes,
said. That you could, even when you have the
yes.
same songs, but you have another arranger giving his whole self version of it. This
Exactly,
is this is even more.
exactly.
These are almost like brand new songs.
Yes, absolutely. And we are going to we are giving this music uh, performance never done before, in the sense of the commitment to the music and the colors and the sounds and the orchestra.
So let me share from my perspective where this whole idea came from. But I'm a musician myself. I play keyboard, and over the years I've performed at the various different bar mitzvahs. I actually have a wedding coming up where I'm performing next month. But I
Oh
never
yes.
get yeah. Yeah, here and there I get calls to come and play keyboard. And, usually it's
What
bar
kind of
bar
keyboard?
mitzvahs.
What what kind of keyboard do you play on?
Yeah, I have a Yamaha SX 900. I don't know if you're
Mhm.
familiar with that brand. I mean, with that model.
I'm familiar with Yamaha, not particular with this brand, but
It's the
for example, there is a
PSR.
keyboard here, PSR. Yeah, there's a keyboard here that one of the keyboards that I have. It's a Korg Kronos, which is pretty incredible. But in our endeavor, what we are going to do now, what we are doing now, we are using all instruments, acoustic piano, I don't know that there might not be some synthesized sound, but basically the whole concept is acoustic instruments, violins, trumpets, French horns, trombones, all that stuff, woodwinds.
Yeah, so as I was saying, yeah, I always had this dream and this idea in my mind. I want to produce an album. And I've actually, when I was 16, 17 years old, my father got for me an old computer that from back in the day from the DOS. I don't know if you remember DOS. Before
Yes,
Windows came out, he got me
yes,
a. Have you ever heard of a software called Voyetra? V-O.
Voyetra, of course.
Yeah, it's
Voyetra
a
then became Sequencer Plus. It became
sequencer. Yeah, yeah.
Voyetra became yeah, and I used to.
So
This was my first sequencer that I used.
yeah, I'm gonna share with you after we get off the call a little sample of what I did when I was. I can't believe it. I was just like 17
Wow.
years old, and I used to sit in the basement of my parents' house and just come up with. I used to listen to Abram Fried's albums and like try to mimic the same intros. And one summer actually, I put together an album. I mean, you're talking about amateur. Amateur is an understatement. I sold maybe 20
Mhm.
copies of it. I took all the songs of camp and put
Yeah.
put it together as arrangements. So I
Wow.
look back when I reached out to you. It was a Facebook message in 2919, like the beginning of 2019, and then came March of 2020, with the whole world, as we all know, shut down and
Yes.
changed forever. So I got a little bit out of touch
Correct.
of that.
Yes.
And then it was last year. It was, I think, March of 2025 where I reached
Yes.
out
When
to
we
you again.
started to talk about it again.
Yeah. Then what was very special and meaningful, and this is really where it took off, was when I met you at the Lubavitcher Rebbe's oil, the Rebbe's resting place, and
Yes.
I was just
That was
speaking.
amazing. Yeah.
I just called. I just had a phone call last week because when I was heading back to Crown Heights after visiting the oil, I shared a ride with a young Chabad boy, and I tracked him down because I wanted to verify his part of the story. And yeah, and he remembers it where we were sitting in the car, and he showed me a letter that the Rebbe wrote to somebody about exactly this, about producing an album of Chabad songs, and how we need to be
Wow.
careful of following every nuance, which is why I decided to approach you, because there are many other arrangers out there. There's Mona Rosenblum, there's Moshe Laufer, there's some of the younger guys. I have a cousin. Uh, he just starting out and doing arrangements. So I decided to choose you because I've listened to your albums, most famously known as Yiddish Gems, and I just sense a certain time, a certain flavor that you have.
Oh, thank you.
There's something called in Yiddish Edelkeit. Edels, it just
Edelkeit. I like that word.
and
Edelkeit. Yes, it's finesse, tenderness, and it's
yeah,
funny.
yeah,
It's like
tenderness.
many other words in Yiddish. It's very hard to really translate, but if you understand what it means, then you understand what it means.
And you really get it. Um,
Thank you, thank you.
uh,
That's a big compliment. Thank
yeah, sure. It's we were talking yesterday, and you were describing to me how when you write, either when you write songs or when you perform, you look at it in your words as if this is the last one that you're ever doing.
you.
So
Yes,
you give your heart and soul. Uh,
everything.
so just to be clear, because and somebody asked me this because I know that you did quite a few albums with my uncle Zalman Goldstein, But on those
Mm.
albums, it was mainly just piano, and even the ones that there was some other instruments, it wasn't like you said a full uh,
Scope of the
orchestra.
orchestra. Yeah.
Yeah, so some people they see because I try to put it in my social media to make people aware about this album, and they assume, oh, it's probably going to be another just piano, and I say, no, 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 this is a whole nother flavor. This
Yeah.
is we're full on with this with
Oh,
the
oh,
full orchestra.
yeah. Mo- most of the work I've done with Zalman was piano solo, like
Totally Hasidic.
totally Hasidic, and we did a couple of more, and we did some children's songs, but
Yeah,
these had some instruments, and so I'm very excited about our project and about every time when I do one of those arrangements and I listen back to them, and it's just I think that if I may say so humbly, I hope everybody will agree with me when they listen to it that they are in for a treat.
uh, yeah. This is something that you have never heard before. I was listening a few weeks ago to Mona Rosenblum. He did two albums. I don't
Yes.
know if it's called Ne'imot Chabad. It's instrumental, and you know
Hmm.
how Mona has his flavor. You know, he likes to put a lot of saxophone and accordion, and
Hmm.
he has his flavor. But with yours, with your arrangements, it's going to give it a whole nother flavor. It's almost like
Well, everybody is doing what they're doing. He's
yeah,
doing his stuff, and I'm doing my stuff, and the people that enjoy it will enjoy his stuff or my stuff, and uh, I'm not getting into comparisons. I don't think it's
yeah,
constructive. I mean, but what we are doing is great, and we enjoy it, and it's what I said today before, a labor of love. You know.
yeah, exactly. So maybe should we go through some of the songs that you have already written up? We're up to Bezat Hashem four songs. We have the charts if we
So
may.
far, 4 songs, and we are starting to work on the fifth one, and we are going to pick up the pace right around Hanukkah.
Uh, so one of the songs is Adiru bo el yoinim bo furhu ba'tachtoinim. And although this song has words to it, it's all going to be instrumental because sometimes
Yes.
when you have vocals, it almost I don't know if I don't like to use the word disturb, but you can't really pay attention to all the various instruments that are behind the vocals. So that's why this album we decided
Yeah.
it's going to be all instrumental.
Okay. Well, this is another type of presentation of the same thing. So yeah, we are concentrating with the music, and through the music, we are trying to bring out the essence of the tefillah or the words that are a part of this song. But sometime, without saying, if you hit the right chord, no pun intended, but if you hit the right sentiment, it's going to do pretty much the same thing and bring out this emotion.
Yeah, because ultimately, with all this inspiration is for us to get closer to Hashem and to be better people, to be a mensch. Really, what it
Yes,
boils down to. That's what I tell my children
that's what we are trying.
all the time.
Yes, that's what we are
Just be
trying.
a mensch. If
Yes.
you even something like simple, like if you finish eating, just take your plate and bring it to the counter. So all these different things, it's the nitty gritty things when as people, as Jews, we pray in the shul in the synagogue. We all do all kinds of things, but sometimes we could forget what is this all for, and the answer is to become a mensch.
And that's
It
true.
shapes us.
Yes.
Um,
We want to be remembered. We want to be remembered in such a way that
that we
people will say that,
contributed, and that we left this world putting our mark in the right way, not just
yes,
not just getting by with life. Uh,
somebody, somebody I, I'm familiar with in the world of jazz by the name of Dizzy Gillespie said, even if you put one more leaf on the tree, just one leaf,
actually,
it's already big. Yeah.
just every tiny little uh,
Every little thing
contribution
helps,
that we
and
give.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's something that the Rebbe would always tell us. Every little mitzvah counts. Never underestimate. If you give
Absolutely.
somebody a hand, you take a nickel and you put it
Well,
into the tzedakah box.
we
These,
want to try to do everything in a significant kind of a way. And
with
sometimes
meaning.
little things are significant as much as big things.
So maybe share with us a little bit of your background, how you got into. Maybe I don't know if you want to go all the way back to music in general, or how you got involved with Chabad music.
Well, my involvement with Jewish music was actually, I think, the first Jewish music session I ever did was with Mordechai ben David.
Oh, back in the
Um,
day.
and it, it was a beginning of very meaningful and big to me, big, and meaningful in my life, an involvement in what is broadly termed as Jewish music. And there's Jewish music, there's Shir Chabad, there's Gur, there's all kind of
Yeah,
music that all kind of observing Jewish people will enjoy and create and listen to. So this was my first thing, and I think it was
you remember which
in
album?
the early 80s.
Yeah, that's when you started
I'm
out.
sorry?
Do you remember which album? Was it
Well,
Hineni?
I
Uh,
don't remember, but I remember one of the first thing I recorded with Mordechai Ben David was the song "Let My People Go,"
Let my people go, enough of
and the
your love.
first version of it, yeah, this is my arrangement, my
Oh,
arrangement,
oh wow, that famous
and
song. You wrote it up.
this was recorded originally at a
Don't
studio
tell
in
you know.
Manhattan, a studio that was run by Daddy Bodinger, who I don't know, his name might mean a lot to a lot of people. Or I don't know. It's been a long time ago, and this song was recorded then.
Oh,
And but Mordechai decided to wait with the song, and then he later put it in another album. And so I've done work with Mordechai, and then I've done the work with Avram Fried.
Yiddish
I
gems.
did work with Shlomo Karlibach. I did with Avram Fried was Jewish Gems 1 and 2, but it was much later. I've done work with Shlomo Karlibach, and a couple of Shlomo Karlibach songs I arranged when I was still living in Israel. One of them
Oh,
was Adir Hu, Shlomo
uh,
Karlibach Adir Hu original arrangement
the,
in the Israeli Hasidic Festival, Hasidic Song Festival, was arranged by me, and it became like kind of a classic. Um, so yeah, so it's been a long time that I did the Hasidic Karlibach classic album, and a lot of recording sessions for a lot of
Oh, and what 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 I listened to when I was a young boy in the mid '80s was an album called Hasidic something Songs of Yesteryear.
some other Jewish, if it's jazz or classical or theater or whatever other music.
Yeah, so
So yeah, and
originally when I reached out to you, I the way I because I looked up at the Facebook message that I sent you, I said, could you make an album that sounds like Hasidic Songs of Yesteryear, which you made. Do you know which album I'm talking about?
yes,
It
yes.
was a bunch of Hasidic melodies, basically, and then you had one of them had some Chabad songs. Da 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 da
Yeah.
da da da. So that album, I had a certain liking to it, even as a young boy. Like in the mid
Mhm.
to late '80s, I used to listen to that album over and over again.
Mhm.
And when I got older, I said, "Wait, why don't we do a full album like this, sounding like this, just of
Y-
Chabad
Yes.
songs?" So
Yeah.
that's how
You
this
know,
whole idea was born.
one of the that's great. One of the major beginning starting points for me with the Chabad was with when I worked with Shmuley Goldman
Oh,
on
the
the album
Chassidans.
Hasidans.
Yeah,
Yes. So if you believe it or not, Hasidans originally came out on
yeah.
cassette, and we recorded it on 4-track cassette, and it was like one instrument, the Prophet 5, I remember, and we did like, you record two tracks and you mix them into one, and then you record one more track and you mix that. It was like
It,
classic old time,
it was fairly
the way they did
simple
recordings
deal.
before before they had the multi tracks, like that. So I
Did,
date myself a little bit by this, but
did
it was
I speak about Chassidans? Did I ever mention to you that my father may live and be well? He would blast that album away because
really.
the on the college campus in Ann Arbor, Michigan. My
Oh
parents
wow,
just celebrated 50 years since they moved out in '75, and to get to
wow.
meet the Jewish students on campus, my father he's very creative. He figured out a way with a megaphone to play various tapes, and somehow this Chassid dance was uh, one of just a few of the albums that sounded like very upbeat and very
Yes.
techno,
And it was multiple of instruments which I played all of them. Shmuley Goldman programmed the drum machine that we used,
like very
and
techny
yeah, it
sounding.
it was yeah, it was an incredible experience.
So
And
I
then the funny thing is, interesting that the world is so small because I went with Mordechai Ben David to South Africa. I think it was 1983
yeah, that makes
or right
sense.
around then, and we visited Yossi Goldman, who is
Malik's brother.
Shmuley Goldman's brother, who was the rabbi of South Africa at the time, or the delegate from Chabad, or
Yeah,
something
the
like this.
Shaliach.
So, Shaliach, yes.
Cool. So
So there's a lot of history behind.
yeah, and how did you get involved with my uncle? How did that start? He just like that reached out to you?
With Zalman.
Yeah.
He reached out to me, and he wanted to do these projects, and we did them, and it was great. It was a lot of fun, and the music is so beautiful. The music is the key to everything. The music is so. I love this music, and I feel always close to it. You know. And if I try to explain it, I don't know. But maybe there's no need to explain. That's how it is, being who I am and what I am and what I feel when I hear this music. You know, it's really very meaningful to me every time.
Yeah, which fits with the name of the album that I came up with. I'll share with the audience the reason behind it. Shir Chabad. I remember you asked me, is it Shireh or Shir? And I said no, it's a Shir specifically
Right.
because Shir is it's a play on
Is more
words.
of the essence of the whole thing. Like,
It's
you know,
based. It's the essence of a Jew connecting to the essence of Hashem, because it says the song is the pen of the heart, kol musalev,
wow,
and
wow.
shir. It's a play on the words. That there's a Mishnah that says that a person has a, let's say, a ox, a cow, and he puts a leash on the neck of the cow to walk with it. So the Mishnah says that you could go out, you could take the cow out of the barn with this necklace, with this leash, I'm sorry, and you could take it back in. Yotzim b'shir v'nichnasim b'shir. So share could either mean that it's a leash, or it could mean shir, like a song. So the founder of
Hmm.
Chabad, known as the Alter Rebbe, he said shir, that's what a song is. We go out, we yearn with a shir, but then we return back to ourself. So when a person listens to a song, especially a Hasidic song, there's like almost these two things going on at the same time. There's this yearning, but at the same time, a person looks into himself to find out who he really is, because
Interesting.
everybody has a neshama.
Yes,
So I know that
that's
you have a busy
that's amazing.
schedule. So
Well, I always have time for you, Rabbi.
thank you.
Always time for you.
Well,
And the music is. Thank you for. I really want to thank you for enabling me to do this and asking me to do this and enabling me to be exposed again to this musical world that I love so much, and I appreciate it very much. I enjoy every minute.
yeah, sure. Let's end off with this story that we both experienced after we met at the Rebbe's oil. I could start with my part of the story, and then I'll
Yes.
I'll, I'll have you share your part. So after we met at the Rebbe's oil, which was on the Rebbe's birthday, 123rd birthday, I believe, this past year, 5785, 2025. Uh, I hitched a ride. Somebody was going back to Crown Heights. So I got in the car,
Hmm.
and sitting next to me was a fellow Chabadnik. He looked at me like a young boy, maybe in his lower 20s, and we started
Hmm.
having a conversation. Yeah, as I said, I was just at the oil, and I met with you, with Yaron Gershovsky, and we're doing an album of Nigunei Chabad. He says, "Oh, really? Here, let me show you a letter from the Rebbe that I recently studied." So he pulls out, he had like an e-reader, like an iPad, and he had a
Hmm.
PDF of a volume
Yeah.
of the Rebbe's letters. And he said, "Look at this," and I couldn't believe it. It was like such a heavenly experience. So almost like a miracle. He showed me a letter from the Rebbe addressing exactly this, that there was somebody that was
Wow.
coming out with an album. It doesn't say who that person was. It just this is a letter from the Rebbe to this individual, which seemed to be an
Interesting.
arranger, a musical arranger. And the Rebbe is telling him, I understand you're making an album. I just want to encourage you to make sure that you keep to the Masoret, to the tradition of
Yes.
Chabad songs, and that you do every
Be true
tenuah.
to the music.
Yeah. But then I told you about my story, and then you said, "Hey, I also have a story. So let's hear your part of it."
Well, my story was. You mean when I came out after
In the
after I
car,
was at the
yeah.
oil, right? Yeah. So it was like. Let me preface this by saying that there was one time that I was outside 770 in one of those holidays, and he came out. The rabbi came out,
You
and
remember
I was
which year?
very far away from him. But I'm sorry.
You remember which year this was?
Oh,
Maybe the 80s.
it was many years ago. Probably in the 80s, late 80s. And he was outside, and he came out while everybody was dancing and listening to the band outside playing, and he came out, and from very far away I looked at his eyes, and it like made me almost like a physical feeling that I felt something very amazing energy.
Oh,
I cannot really explain it. So it was something that I always remember. And we never got close, but the power of his energy coming out of his eyes when he looked at
yeah,
somebody like that was like unbelievable. I have like goosebumps now when I even talk about it.
yeah. This
But then after I met you at the, I'm sorry.
yeah. I'm saying that this is a gift from Hashem that Hashem gave us this
Yeah,
Rebbe.
yeah. I remember after being at the oil meeting you, and I went back to the car. I start the car, and all of a sudden my radio was on, and it was on a different channel that I never listened to. And it
Oh,
was like, because my channel is set always on either on jazz radio station or news or something like
yeah.
that. So I have only like two or three channels I listen to in the radio, cable in the car. And all of a sudden this music started to play, and I looked at the channel, and the channel was number 18 high, right?
No, I
And it's a
remember
channel
telling
that
you
I
it was
never
17.
17
Yeah,
17 17 is a very meaningful number for
which
me,
is
and seven is
Tov.
a very meaningful,
Tes
is
Vav
like
Vav Bet.
770. Yes, and it's the birth date of my
It's good.
wife, 17. So anyway, so and it was a channel that I never listened to,
Yeah,
so it was really like, I don't want to use the word freakish, but it was like
yeah.
something that never happened before.
Okay,
So
like I
I
said
had to
before,
tell you about it because
heavenly, something
it
heavenly.
was like incredible. So yeah,
Okay,
an unexplainable event.
the Zoom is gonna cut us off
Or
because
maybe it
it's
is explainable.
yeah. Well, the way I took it is this was a
Okay.
sign from heaven that we should go ahead with this project. That's the way I took it.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Maybe, yeah, I think so. There's a lot of good things going for us, so we are moving on full speed.
Yeah, I'll end up with a little plug, because I created a website so people that want to contribute to this. It's tinyurl.com/shir dash Chabad. So I'm gonna put that out there. Thank you so much for your time, Yaron.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for everything, and appreciate it very much, and
Much
onward forward.
Much success and safe travels.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All the best.
All the best, Shirin. Bye bye.